My name is Jack. I joined Full Power right before Hurricane Ivan. If someone has never worked a major event, seasoned employees tend to give a reassuring pat on the back and they don't worry, everything will be fine again someday when asked what it is like. Routine trouble happens every day in many ways. Typical causes of power outages are animals and vegetation getting into overhead wires, crews or moisture into underground lines, and vehicle accidents, lightning, and hurricanes. Many years ago, the outage started with the first call. We assigned an estimated restoration time of 3 hours. We would almost always be right. Then a few years ago, we realized there could be a lot of variation between devices and other factors. So the only way we knew if the customer was out was if they picked up the phone and called us. Generally speaking, about 10% of the affected customers would call us within about 15 minutes. Now, not always a lot of data on which to predict the location, but after Hurricane Ivan, we pursued some significant improvements. Here you can see AMI meters, or automated meters, calling us to tell us that there's been an outage. In this case, the crew was working on a line, so it was a short planned outage. Another big improvement was to give the crews and the trucks the tickets themselves and to all the information that was associated with the tickets. So when the crew shows up on site, he can tell us how long it will probably take him to restore power. With better knowledge of when the outage started, where the outage is, and with the crew sending us updates, we abandoned the 3-hour standard. We created a set of outage timetables based on weekday or weekend, time of day, and the prior history for that device type. And 2 years of data gives us much closer estimates. For example, we learned a transformer outage in Pensacola on Monday morning will normally take us 62 minutes to restore. But we would pad that a little bit, give it 90 minutes, and we'd be right 85% of the time. Still a lot better than 3 hours. As our crews grew more familiar with the process and with the computers, we found they were consistently providing us good time estimates that we could then give to the customers and they could depend on. We no longer felt it was necessary to buffer our time estimates. We also added tools to our website for customers to pay their bill or report a power outage or check the status via online customer care, or what we call OCC. At first, folks joked around they can't use their computer when the lights are out, so the web guys made the website responsive so it would work on mobile devices. Websites to pay bills are good, but pushing information is even better. We added outage maps, apps for smartphones, and dynamic notifications that can be sent to your cell phone or as a voice call. As these channels came online, we realized expectations for information were growing. Fundamentally, customers just want to get their power and pay for it. But if they're out, they want to know that we know, and they want to know when we think we can get it back on. As a biologist in a power company, I'm surrounded by engineers. It's a very diverse group. For the sake of getting customers good outage information quickly, several organizations have to work together. With power outages, it's customer service, distribution operations, and corporate communications. Meanwhile, our customers' needs for both electricity and information grows. We now have electric cars charging on the grid and consumer devices in the house that you can literally talk to. Smart home technologies allow the owner to monitor numerous aspects of their environment as well as energy usage. Similarly, the equipment in the field is also advancing. Devices now sense downstream faults and react more intelligently, trying to isolate the outage to the fewest possible customers and telling us that they've opened and de-energized the line. At the center of all this technology are the operators who mediate information flowing to our crews in the field. We have priorities on safety and on customer communication balanced into every action taken. Delivering electricity is a science, but coordinating resources safely and effectively is an art. So having built all these wonderful tools, we wonder who is using what. The highest volume channel is still the call center, but it's followed by the website, the mobile website, the outage map, proactive notifications, and smartphone apps. Here you see the rate at which folks are signing up for our proactive alerts. Most people never think about not having power until they don't have power. We understand that, it's human nature, but it also explains why only 3% of our customers have signed up for outage alerts so far. The jump you see here was during an ice storm. An old power company saying goes, we can provide perfect voltage all the time, but nobody can afford it. Everything in our business is about balancing a fair price with reliable service. We keep customers at the center of everything we do. So know that we're not done working to prepare for the next storm, whether it's an Ivan, an ice storm, a flood, or a tornado. But meanwhile, routine planned and unplanned outages will continue to happen. So we hope the tools and channels we're building will be helpful to customers when their current event is power outage.